Hi everyone, it's Olivia. So for this week's Wellness Wednesday video, I'm going to be giving you guys some basic stretching routines to get you ready for your dance rehearsals and even just general music rehearsals when it comes to musicals or any type of performing that you're doing. So this first stretching sequence is going to be used for pre-dance or vocal rehearsals, just to get your body warmed up and engaged and really warm your muscles up so you're not straining or pulling any muscles that you'll be using in your practices or for showtime. Okay, so I want you guys to get a nice grounded stance, a little further apart than shoulder width apart, and just start with some basic head rolls. Nice and slow. Don't want to go too fast, you'll get dizzy. And then other way. And really feel each rotation. And then bring your head up. Once you're done with your head rolls, we're going to roll our head down, tucking your chin, one vertebrae at a time, so very slowly. Roll through your whole back and go as low as you can go until you reach the ground or can't go any further. Now once you're down here, I want you to step your feet a little further apart than they were, and we're going to do some really slow plies. So you just bend the knees and straighten. Really feel the extension in the back of the knee. Your hamstring should really be warming up those muscles. And remember that each time you go down, you want to think about dropping your head and your upper body a little bit lower. But then when you come up, try to keep that in the same position until you're really getting a good stretch and getting lower each time. And then after I'm done with my plies, I love to grab my elbows and just do a little swing side to side. And try and focus about getting closer to the ground with each swing, not going too fast, but really feeling that stretch and keeping your knees straight. Once you're done with that, you can go ahead and roll up slowly, one vertebrae at a time, like we did before. And the last thing to come up is your head. Awesome. Once we're done with that, we are going to do some basic shoulder rolls. So just going back and really engaging your back to just prep yourself for a nice open posture on stage. Then bring the shoulders forward. And if it hurts your neck, feel free to drop your head a little bit. And then we come up. Now the next thing I always do before a dance rehearsal is just some basic lunges. So you can start with either leg. For these purposes, I'm gonna do my left leg. I put my left leg in front, right leg back, and then drop it to the ground and make sure that your knee is about a 90-degree angle, if you can get that low. If not, it's okay. Just make sure that your toes are pointed straight ahead and you're on top of your body completely parallel, so you're not out of line. So you go ahead and drop it down. You can put one arm on the ground. If you get really good with it, you can try and go down to your elbows. For today, we're a little tight, so we're just gonna do one arm. Kind of rock back and forth. Really lean into that right hip that's straight. So like extend that right hip and feel that stretch there. After a little bit, I know you can't see me, but I put my knee down because it was straight and just really lean into that front leg. You should feel it really opening up. Awesome. Then when you're done, rock it back. So your left leg or whatever leg was bent should now straighten, and you sit back on this leg to a bent position and lean down. Try to keep that front leg straight. If that means you can only go this far forward, it's okay. If you can kiss your knee, that's awesome. It should be for your own personal stretch, wherever you feel in that hamstring. Okay, then we're going to come up, and you would repeat this on the other side, but to save time, going to let you do that on your own. And the last thing I always like to do is warm up your muscles. So this isn't just a stretch. I always like to do 20 jumping jacks and then 20 burpees. I know, they suck, but let's do it all together. This is the best way to prepare yourself for singing practice or dance to make sure you're really warmed up and ready to go. Okay, so we'll start with our jumping jacks. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now for our burpees, we go down to a push-up position. We go down, out, you jump your feet out to the push-up position, back in, and then we jump up, straight jump, or if you really want to get a good cardio in, we do a tuck jump, okay? So we're going to do 20 of those. You can do them with me. Ready? And we count them down, out, in, 1, okay? How about for our first video, we'll do 15. And on next week's or future video, Wellness Wednesdays, we'll do a full-on workout prep and we'll do those 20 burpees I talked. Okay, so here we go. Ready? Down, out, in, 1, down, out, in, 2, down, out, in, 3, down, out, in, 4, down, out, in, 5, down, out, in, 6, down, out, in, 7, down, out, in, 8, down, out, in, 9, down, out, in, 10, down, out, in, 11, down, out, in, 12, down, out, in, 13, down, out, in, 14, down, out, in, 15. Okay, now that we have done our pre-rehearsal or showtime warm-up, I'm going to lead you through a stretching series that I would do post-show or post-rehearsal to make sure I don't have any lactic acid buildup in my muscles that would make me really sore the next few days. So I would repeat the stretches with the neck rolls and down with the plies, all of that, the swings, and then I would do the lunges on each side again like we previously talked about. In addition, I would do some arm stretches, so I'm going to lead you through that, and some back, and anything else that's feeling a little tight, like normally my quads personally feel really tight, so we'll do that. Okay, so the first thing we do, we're going to cross one arm over, some pretty basic stretching till it feels good. Have a nice swing out. Really loosen up. Don't be holding any tension in your back or shoulders here. Really feel a stretch right here. So it should be for your shoulder, even triceps. We're going to swing out, one arm back. So you want to be touching your back shoulder blade and pushing that elbow backwards while you're standing straight up. You should feel it right here in your triceps. And swing down and switch arms again. Same stretch on this side. Try to touch that back shoulder blade. Pushing this elbow back. If you don't feel this, I don't think you're human. And relax. So now we're going to grab our right leg. Should really pull. I'm going to pivot so you can see. Pull this leg back. Try to touch your heel to your butt. You should feel it your quad right here. And if you need to balance, put your arm out. Really crank that back. So relaxing. And switch sides. Grab your other legs. We're doing the same thing. Feel it in that other quad. Arm out if you need to balance. So that's it for this week's Wellness Wednesday video. I hope you guys found this useful. And if you have any questions or need a stretch for something that we didn't possibly cover, just DM the account or reach out by email and we'll be sure to get back to you on that. Bye guys.